Hello guys, welcome to Net Experts. My name is Sudhanshu Kapoor. Today we'll talk about the storage replica in Server 2019 topic. Okay, the topic name is storage replica. So let's start the topic, guys. So storage replica is what? Number one, storage replica is a new feature in Server 2019. Okay, in 2016 onwards we doesn't have this feature. Okay, it's a new feature in Server 2019. Now, what storage replica did, as you can see that, or what storage replica gives us? So storage replica is a feature. Remember this, it's not a role, it's a feature. Okay, in 2019, and it's available only in data center edition. Data center edition only. Okay, so if you install 2019 standard edition or other editions, okay, so we are not able to see this feature. Okay, so if you remember that when you go to the practical, we need Server 2019 data center editions, okay, to use this storage replica, because this feature is available only in data center in Server 2019. So what is used for? So it is used for disaster recovery in Server 2019. Okay, so if we need disaster recovery, or if we are going to use, if we are configuring disaster recovery, okay, in Server 2019 storage, we talk about the storage only. Okay, so we can use storage replica. It provides you zero data loss. Now, what is the meaning of zero data loss? Means like if like imagine if you have multiple storage servers, if one server is down, okay, so with the help of storage replica, it gives you the full zero data loss. If your one server is down, second server is available, okay, to provide the same storage. So there is a zero data loss is there. Data is offsite. Now, what is the meaning of data is offsite? Is if disaster recovery strike or occur, all data is in offsite. Like how we can go for offsite is, like imagine that we have two storage. Okay, this is my main storage. This is the storage 1, and this is the storage number 2. This is in main. This is my main storage, and this is my another location. Like imagine we have two locations over there. Okay, so this is the location. Okay, here is the Delhi location, and we have a Bangalore location. Like we have two locations. Okay, right now this storage is active. Okay, all the users are able to access this storage. Now, what happens if the disaster recovery occur? If any issues in this storage? Okay, so this is my offsite storage. It's automatically active and gives you all the data. Okay, so this is what we have, the offsite storage. Now next we have multiple data centers. Now we can use multiple data centers to protect our data with the help of storage replica. Now for replicating data centers in the different location, if one data center is offline, data automatically move to run in another data center. It means that, like number one, we need to understand is that for replicating data centers in the different locations. So with the help of with the help of storage replica, we can replicate multiple data centers also. Like imagine if my one data center is in Delhi, one data center is in Bangalore. Okay, so we can replicate data between these two data centers as well. Okay, same data we can available in the Delhi also, and same data available in the Bangalore also. Okay, if my Delhi location or Delhi data center is down, so we have Bangalore data center to manage the things. And if one data center is offline, same, if my Delhi data center is offline, okay, data automatically move to another data center. So if you have two data centers, Delhi and Bangalore, if my Delhi data center is offline, so we can access Bangalore data center to access the same data. Okay, now in storage replica, we have two types of replication. Okay, you already know that. What is replication? Replication, it's a services used to update the databases. Okay, so now we have two types of replication. One is synchronous replication, and second is asynchronous replication. Now we talk about the synchronous replication. It mirrors data with low latency network. Low latency network means if your network has delay. Okay, if your network has delay, so in that case we can use synchronous replication. So it mirrors data with low latency network, ensure zero data loss in the file system level. Like if imagine that if any volume is corrupted, okay, if any data is corrupted, any file is corrupted in the particular volume, okay, in the particular data center we have, like imagine in one data center I have 5 volumes. Okay, so in a particular volume my volume is corrupted, my drive is corrupted. Okay, so in that case we can use synchronous replication. So synchronous replication mirrors your data in the file system level. Okay, it mirrors your all drives data and everything. Okay, now so where it mirrors with data center. Like imagine we have two data centers. Like this is data center 1, DC1, and we have a data center 2, like this. Okay, now there, if the network is slow, as you can see that, okay, so we can use synchronous replication and it replicate the data through data center 1 to data center 2. It's mirror data actually. Mirror means whatever you can write, like imagine over there we have 5 drives, okay, 5 drives or 5 volumes we have. So all that 5 drives or volumes are replicated to data center 2 as well. In that case, if my data center 1 is down or some drive or volume is down, so with the help of data center 2 we can able to access it. Okay, that's what we have a synchronous replication. Now we talk about the asynchronous. Asynchronous replication work with high latency network. If there is a high delay in your network, okay, so in that case we can use asynchronous replication. Both sides the data should available. So in that case, same, we have 2 data centers like this, okay, and they connect to each other with a cable, with a network. Okay, if your latency is high in the data centers, in data center 1 and data center 2, okay, it also do the same thing. It mirrors the data between the 2 data centers. If my one data center is down, so with the help of second data center we can take the. Okay, so we'll talk about now supported configurations. The supported configuration means that your storage replica supports clusters also. Like imagine if you have a store, if you did storage clustering in your network, okay, so when you apply storage replica on the storage clusters, on the clustering or clusters, okay, so it gives you 3 options. Okay, so number 1 is go for stretch cluster. Okay, so in stretch cluster, what they could tell you, allows configuration of computers and storage in a single cluster. Okay, when some nodes share one type of asymmetric storage and some node shares another, the asynchronous and asynchronous replication occurs. Okay, it means that, like imagine that in your network you do clustering. Okay, we have so many storage in one cluster, we have so many storage are there. Okay, so in that case, some computers are access some other storage and some computer accesses some other storage. Okay, so in that case also it gives you the replication. Okay, so it means that, like if you have if you have 2 types of, if you have 2 storages in one cluster, okay, like this is storage 1 and this is storage 2, okay, so it gives you the replication. It also did the application, like over there, if I save some file over there, so it's automatically replicate to save the files over there too, in the different storage too. Okay, so in that case, if your one storage is down, the second storage is there to access the same data or file or folder. Okay, so this is what we have, the stretch cluster. Now in that we have a cluster to cluster, like if you have a 2 different clusters you are using, allows replication between 2 clusters. Like imagine if you have different, like over there, stretch cluster is using in the single cluster. Like you have a single cluster and you have so many storage in the cluster. But in the cluster to cluster, it allows replication between 2 clusters. Now we have 2 clusters. Like imagine we have 2 clusters. This is my cluster 1. In this cluster 1, we can say that we have 5 storage. Okay, and this is cluster 2. We have 5 storage again. Okay. Now, where one cluster synchronize replication with another cluster, it can use synchronous or asynchronous as compared to the update to the network delay, okay, latency. Like imagine it uses asynchronous between these 2 clusters. Okay, so it gives you the replication between the clusters also. Like whatever storage you have in the cluster, it updates that storage database to second cluster storages also. Okay, so this is what we have, the cluster to cluster options we have. Okay. So we talk about server to server next. Okay, so server to server means allows synchronous and asynchronous replication between 2 standalone servers. Now what is the meaning of standalone server is? Like imagine we have 2 servers. There is 2019 server is there, and there also we have a 2019 server is there. Okay, I imagine that over there we have one storage and over there we have one storage 2, storage 1. Okay, so it allows you to replicate these 2 storages also with each other. Okay, like this. Fine. So we can use SAS storage also. Okay, we can use SAN, we can use iSCSI LUNs also. Okay, it supports all these things also, and it also supports local SSD also. Like I don't have any of this. I don't have SAS storage, SAN storage, and iSCSI LUNs. Okay, I have a simple storage. Like imagine I can attach one hard disk over there and one hard disk over there. Okay. Now I want to mirror these 2 hard disks also. I want that if I have saved anything in this server hard disk, it saves to this, and if I save there, so it saves to there also. Okay, so it gives you server to server cluster support also. So if you're using cluster, so we have two clusters, two types of configurations: stretch cluster and cluster to cluster. Okay, and it gives you server to server, means standalone servers also. Okay, so that's it for the story, theory part, guys.